today.
Eh,
All right, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. So check this out.
Hold on, I'm going to introduce this stream that we have here. Okay,
right, of
it's
course,
2:31. We're late. Hello, this is Joystiq. My name is Ernest Cavalli, contributing editor. I'm here today with Ludwig Kitzman, who will be playing Halo: The Master Chief Collection. Luddy, what exactly will you be playing today?
Today we're going to be playing a level called Gravemind, and that is in Halo 2 Anniversary, which is the remade version of Halo 2.
And when you say remade, what are we talking about?
We're talking about a full visual remake. They've redone the music, the audio, the sound effects, the cutscenes, and all of the environmental graphics. The same engine is still running underneath though, so you'll see me it's really easy to jump into any mission you want through the Master Chief Collection. So I'm just going to go Campaigns, Halo 2, Missions, and it'll load up all the missions in that game. I'm going to jump to Gravemind over here. Going to select it. You can choose which modifiers you have. Do you have scoring and time heads-up display? Do you want to jump into the remastered or the original visuals and music? You can even change your controller settings per game or create a universal setting for all of them. I'm just going to play on normal because I think this level is pretty tough sometimes and I don't want us to get stuck anywhere. You can also add different skulls which do affect the scoring. So let's turn on Grunt Headshots. The Grunt Birthday Party Skull, which is probably the best one in the history of Halo. So we'll turn that on. And then we'll just start. And you'll see it even has the cool countdown like you see in the multiplayer modes for Halo.
Speaking of which, Mr. Spumante has a question. Does the original Halo include a system link option?
A system link option. I'm actually
so you could land them together, assuming anyone does that.
I don't think you could, but I mean it does have. I'm pretty sure that you can do it online co-op now. That's something that they added with the remaster version. This is a cutscene, so I'll be quiet for this. It's really cool.
Is that?
I am a monument to all your sins.
Gravemind is really gross now.
Yeah.
Relax. I'd rather not piss
This is what I missed in Halo 2. This is not pleasant.
This one is machine and nerve, and has its mind concluded. This one is but flesh and faith, and is the more deluded.
Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk.
There is much talk, and I have listened. Through rock and metal and time. Now I shall talk.
That's important in an abomination.
Shall listen.
Greetings. I am 2401 Penitent Tangent. I am the monitor of Installation 05.
And I am the Prophet of Regret, Council of Most High, Hierarch of the Covenant.
A reclaimer? Here? At last. We have much to do. This facility must be activated if we are to control this outbreak.
Stay where you are. Nothing can be done until my sermon is complete.
Not true. This installation has a successful utilization record of 1.2 trillion simulated and 1 actual. It is ready to fire on demand.
Of all the objects our lords left behind, there are none so worthless as these oracles. They know nothing of the great journey!
And you know nothing about containment. You have demonstrated complete disregard for even the most basic protocols.
This one's containment. And this one's great journey are the same. Your prophets have promised you freedom from a doomed existence. But you will find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they wrought. Do not mistake their intent as they did before.
This thing is right. Halo is a weapon. Your prophets are making a big mistake.
Your ignorance already destroyed one of the sacred rings, demon. It shall not harm another.
If you will not hear the truth, then I will show it to you.
I feel like dentists would really enjoy this
Time
scene.
to stop the key from turning.
Is that a Little House of Horrors reference?
Must be found.
Little Shop of Horrors?
Perhaps.
There we go, that's the one. The Steve Martin movie.
Yeah.
Search another. Fate had us meet as foes, but this ring will make us brothers.
We are, all of us, gravely concerned. The release of the parasite was unexpected, unfortunate, but there is no need to panic. In truth, this is a time to rejoice. A moment that all the Covenant should savor. For the sacred icon has been found. With it, our path is clear, our entry into the divine beyond guaranteed. The great journey is nigh, and nothing, not even the flood, can stop it.
Boo.
Kill the demon!
Brutes! The faster you can kill those brutes, the better. They don't have shield generators, but take them out.
This is, I think, the
before-
first time in the game where you actually fight brutes.
Oh, I can neither confirm nor deny that. Okay.
Well, I can confirm it. I just told you. Everything I say is 100% true.
You say so.
Whoa. That's interesting. Let's see. Dual wielding. Check.
Oh, that's right. Wasn't Halo 2 the first game where they did that?
Yeah, this is the first one where you could dual wield any sort of one-handed
Right.
weapon. They actually did not have the assault rifle from Halo 1. So I'm just gonna... Oh, someone's shooting.
And they also screwed up the pistol,
Let me just
didn't
take
they?
these guys up.
That is to say, they took it from being
The
best
pistol was
weapon in
not
the
as
game
cool, yes.
to being less than that.
But Halo 2 did give us the battle rifle,
Yeah, that's
which is one of the best
sort
weapons
of
in the series.
cool, I guess. I still prefer the pistol that you could use as a sniper rifle.
So the 60 frames per second takes a second. It takes a few minutes, I would say, to get used to it because if you've played a lot of Halo, you've built in that expectation of how responsive the controls are, and now they're much more responsive. And overall, it's definitely better. It's gonna be hard to go back to 60 frames. I mean, 30 frames.
So does it throw you off when you initially start playing the Master Chief Collection?
Yes, it does.
Okay, duly noted. So maybe practice a bit before you go into multiplayer and are destroyed by people across the world.
Right. It's always a good idea. Switch for the needler. So I'll just, if you hit the view button, which is where the back button on the Xbox 360 used to be, if you do that, or maybe now is not the best time.
The
other buttons that don't involve
the
shooting.
view button?
Yes, that's what the back button is on the Xbox One.
Really? Has it always been that?
Yes.
Fair enough. Hey, oh, by the way, speaking of things they changed in this remastered Halo 2.
Oh no! I made the mistake of attacking a brute head-on. It's a bad idea. But now we can see Master Chief's butt, which is really excellent. In this
I have heard the butts in this game are to die for.
Now look at how crazy it is when I switch back to the old version. You'll notice that the sound effects are completely different, the music is completely different. They really changed.
So which version do you prefer?
Except for the way that the game plays. It plays exactly as it
Which?
Except for the frame rate difference. Man, I'm dying all over the
Which is better?
The new version. For
Okay.
Sure.
Just because it has more Ps?
It has more graphics.
It has more graphics. Alright, fair enough.
And the problem with the Needler is, like, the Needler is useless unless you get enough needles into someone to trigger the explosion.
And it does tons of melee damage. Which I think in-game lore is justified by the fact that it spikes the things coming out of the back of it, which you don't even use to hit people with.
It's the Stegosaurus
right.
gun.
Except it's homing Stegosaurus, which it's massively
Okay,
underrated.
Oh, he's charging.
But what I was going to ask you before is, is the Incubus music still in Halo 2?
So here's the weird thing. The Incubus music is in the original. If you switch back to the old version, you'll hear it. But in the new version, they've gotten rid of the licensed music. Now it's like music that I think is original, and that is roughly similar to the music that they had licensed before.
So better, worse?
Better.
Okay.
The licensed music was never a good choice for Halo 2,
and it very much tied it to 2004. I don't think Incubus exists anymore.
I'm sure someone can confirm whether or not they still exist.
Joystiq.com.
There has to be an Incubus fan in the chat.
No, there doesn't. It's 2014. Maybe 10 years ago, but even then it'd be debatable. Because we didn't have all of the streaming technology. The future is now. It's impressive.
I'm gonna like periodically switch back and forth just to show you how much work has been done. Also because it's so easy.
Are you when they laid out how many P's each of these games would have, you know, there was outcry, because there's always outcry over relative P numbers. As far as like the smoothness of the gameplay underneath the new graphics,
it's been so I've played through the first game, and I'm playing this one right now. And there has not been many frame rate drops that I have been able to notice. Like, it's been really smooth. As far as I know, Halo 2 does not run at 1080p full. It's like it's pretty close, but it's not exactly.
Yeah, it's between 900
they said that's
and
because
1080.
yeah, I mean that's they said it's because they have the old engine running underneath, and because the amount of work they've done on it is quite a bit more than what they did with Halo 1.
Sure. When
they released that 10-year anniversary. I mean, I don't think this looks like a new Xbox One game fully, but I mean the leap from the original to this is really dramatic. It feels very much worth it to me, especially if you liked Halo 2.
Again, I never played.
And switch back again. Like, I mean, I think Halo 2 it benefits a lot from the high quality visuals because it is a game that's very focused on storytelling. Like the level design of Halo 2, I don't think was ever as good as they wanted it to be, but the way that the story unfolds is quite good. So presentation is directly helpful there.
But still with an abrupt ending that upsets people.
Well, there's a new introduction and a new ending to it. It's framed a little differently, so that's all I can say.
You could say more, you just don't want to. Or is this an embargo thing also?
It's always an embargo.
Of course. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. We're going to a commercial. My finger's on the button today and it's itchy, so we'll be right back. So yeah, the stream is still live. You know, presumably people are getting the commercial. Do we know what these commercials are?
No, we don't.
Really? It could be anything. Wow.
If you're a Turbo subscriber, then you don't have to set up. You don't have to put up with commercials, so you get the full stream. Oh. Otherwise, you have to watch commercials.
That's cool. Right this way.
Yeah, congratulations, Ceramic Saturn. Way to not have commercials.
Oh, forgot about this guy. Give me your carbine.
And it looks like we're back, dude.
I don't know if I can... You couldn't rip off the cannons in Halo 2. That was like a Halo 3 thing.
Yeah,
right. The turret cannons, yeah. Right.
So what, as far as, because again, I never played Halo 2, full complement of vehicles?
Yeah, it has a bunch of new vehicles that had not appeared in the Halo series until Halo 2. You get, I mean, you still have the Scorpion tank, in the banshee,
Right,
of course.
sure.
But you also get to drive the wraiths for the first time. Oh, here comes some grunts. I think they have fuel rod cannons, which is bad.
Yeah, sorta, except they fire really, really slow. You can dodge them unless you're, like, asleep or dead.
Nice. Gotta love that confetti skull. It's the best.
Do you, does activating any of the skulls adjust, like, how you score or whether or not you get achievements, that kind of thing?
I think when you activate the skulls, you might not get onto the every single leaderboard, right? Like because there's a leaderboard for finishing the game. I think with all skulls active. Like there's a whole playlist in the game for finishing each campaign with legendary on and all skulls on, which sounds nuts.
That's fair. Oh, where are we? Ceramic Saturn has a question. Is there trigger rumble in the game you're playing, in any of these games in the collection?
No.
But still.
I mean, there's no none of that pushback. But I mean, there are rumble effects. But it's not like Forza.
Stunt on the Cairo, I know you're
Okay.
afraid of heights.
Fair enough. And then a whole bunch of people are asking how is it that we're playing this game already. Do you want to explain that, or should we just let that one roll on by?
Because we're a video game website and we're reviewing this game at some point.
Yeah, when is that some point?
I think the reviews will go up during the week of the game's launch, which is middle November.
Yeah, November 11th, I think, is the day the game comes out. Something like that.
Just switch back to the old version for a little bit, just to give you that sobering reminder of what we used to think looked amazing.
Oh, speaking of things looking amazing, Blur Studio, the company responsible...
Yes, like singular studio.
Yeah, that's been throwing me off every time I have to write about them. They redid all of the cinematics for Halo 2, like the one we just saw.
That is correct.
And is it really all of them? All of the cinematics in the game have been replaced?
Every single cutscene in Halo 2 has been replaced.
And can you access the old ones by using the old engine setting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
so you get the best of both worlds. Or at least the best of now, and then the crap that we used
Did anyone happen to hear Cortana's dialogue? Because I didn't, so I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go from this point. I honestly don't remember. I haven't played Halo 2 in a long time.
Don't look at me. I would think that there would be like some glowing indicator of where you have to go, but then...
I feel like maybe I should have just dropped through that hole.
Probably, yeah. You could just wait a couple minutes and someone in the comments will tell you where to go. And question your mother's nobility. Yep, they're saying jump down the hole.
Alright. It's just like a Silent Hill game. Always jump down the hole.
Now,
unless that's a mean trick and they're just waiting for me to kill. Oh, because it's a... Yeah, I remember now. I shouldn't have been so skittish. I should have been braver, like Master Chief. Master Chief doesn't care.
Yeah. And now the people saying jump down the hole is becoming sexual because it's the internet, so... And now they're actually questioning your mother's nobility. Sergeant Piddles asks, how is your mother's nobility? Good job, Sergeant Piddles. Best response we could have hoped for.
Keeping up their patrols. Stay sharp.
Oh man. Man, I have grenades, and I have to shoot them in the hand.
I really like that the confetti stays in the air that long. It makes everything so festive. Not quite as festive as Sunset Overdrive, but still.
But I mean, this is an anniversary celebration. It should be quite festive.
Yeah.
Throw a grenade at me, will you?
Do we know how, I forgot what I was going to ask. No, I was going to ask, do we know how Bungie feels about this?
No, we don't. I have actually asked them. I'm sure that... I mean, I feel like the fact that the games are being preserved to the extent that they are, like, this plays exactly the same. I think that's really good, and it really is just a presentation overhaul.
Yeah, and while maintaining the old presentation.
Right. I mean, honestly, if you had asked me when they started working on this whether or not they should change a lot of the stuff that's in Halo 2, I mean, I probably would have said yes, because I don't think it's got the strongest campaign in the series. But if you are going to say that you are creating a collection of games preserving these games that you enjoy, then you should, you know, follow through and actually preserve them fully, which is why we have this old engine running underneath. You might not use it, but the fact that you can play it the way it was meant to be played at the time is pretty cool.
A FIFA fanatic. I'm assuming that says FIFA, except there's an extra F. Anyway, FIFA fanatic asks how many. What's the total number of grenades you can hold? Because now there's a huge debate about that, or at least one person giving a ton of answers.
I feel like you can hold 4 of each. You can hold 4 plasma grenades, and you can hold 4 frag grenades, just as you can in real life.
Right, just as you can in real life.
I mean, that's what I usually carry around
Sure.
with me.
Oh, something Mimic asks, if you when you turned on the Grunt birthday party skull, obviously it's appearing in the new graphics setting. Does it also appear when you turn on the old graphics?
Let's find out.
Do that. Science.
I don't think it does. Unless I've messed up a couple of headshots, which is possible.
That's weird.
Because this brute won't leave me alone.
What a
let's go find some more grunts.
what an odd thing not to include. Wasn't the birthday party skull?
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be true to the way the game was before, though, right? So, like, I feel like when you go to the old mode, it has to be. Oh wait, here's one. Let's see. Nope.
Okay.
So skulls do not apply. Interesting.
Was there no birthday party skull in Halo 2 originally?
No, I don't think so. I think skulls were introduced in Halo 3.
Oh, right.
Because that's when they came up with the 4-player co-op and scoring mode.
Yeah, everything got lots more complicated in Halo 3. I don't believe we're playing Halo 3 today. Go see 1, 2, 3.
We will be doing 1, 3, and 4, 1 level of each, next week.
Ah, okay. So there you go. We're going to be streaming this later.
But we just wanted to start with Halo 2 because that's the newest thing in the Master Chief Collection. Oh my goodness!
Tiger Prawn Master asks, and I think we already answered this, but he may not have been around then. So, joystick mates, any noticeable frame rate dips?
No, I honestly have not noticed anything major or even anything subtle. It runs really smoothly.
Okay. And given that it's, you know...
And hopefully you can see that in the stream. Like, I mean, I think the Twitch video should be fairly representative of what the game is like right now. But, you know what? I actually am noticing slight slowdown with the, if I have a lot of grunt heads exploding, with the confetti. Which is obviously optional. But it's so pretty. It's well worth it.
Apparently there were skulls in Halo 2. They were just quite complicated.
Oh, but they were hidden. They weren't like they were
not like they are in
that you
Halo
turned
3.
on when you launched them.
We apologize, Tom.
Fair enough. No, that's
Remote Gaming YT asks, have you had a chance to play any of the multiplayer?
Not on the retail version, no. I've only played multiplayer sort of at Microsoft events.
How? Okay, so
it plays exactly like you remember. I promise.
Right, but of course, you know, those are ideal conditions.
Yes, so I mean the networking and the servers, that is a question for once they get the retail version in a state where we can try that out and test it for you, and hopefully you'll be reading about that in the review. The review is actually being done by Richard Mitchell. He's also playing Halo 2 right now.
I'm so jealous of all of these people playing this game that I have to wait for.
These games that, well, you could play Halo 2 right now if you wanted to. You could just go get the Xbox One. The original Xbox version.
Yeah, no.
Or you could play Halo 2
I haven't
Vista.
owned an Xbox for like 8 years.
Halo 2 is on PC.
Yeah, but I don't play games on PC either. I'm one of those horrible Mac people. Yeah,
oh no.
It's my only failing, really.
Look at that guy with his brute weapons trying to kill me. It's unacceptable. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm out of ammo for that weapon. So my strategy is now to run away.
Have you seen? So how far have you gone in Halo 2? Have you seen all of the new stuff that ties to Halo 5?
This is actually as far as I've gotten.
Okay. So
I was playing yesterday, and this is the point where I stopped because of today's stream. Grabbing a sniper rifle, which seems like a terrible idea given how claustrophobic this area is.
yeah, that's not going to work out at all.
But let's find out what happens. I'm just gonna do it.
Good luck.
Whoa, everything is purple.
But as I was saying, they added stuff to tie into Halo 5, right?
That is correct. Well, there are new story links, and then if you've been following Halo Master Chief Collection, you'll know that when you purchase it, you also get access to the new live-action show that they're doing called Nightfall, which also connects to Halo 5.
That's right. Yeah.
In some way. Oh, and you get access to the Halo 5 beta. So, I mean, you get a lot of Halo stuff in this.
Lieutenant Colonel Zoo asks, are there terminals playable in-game if you find them, or do they have to be viewed on Halo Waypoint?
Actually, when you find a terminal, it has to be viewed through Halo Channel, which is replacing Waypoint.
What is Halo Channel?
Halo Channel is basically this really big hub for all of additional Halo content that's not the game, basically. So all of the TV shows that they've done, all the live action shows, the trailers, everything like that is going to be on the Halo Channel. That includes stuff like Halo Forward Unto Dawn and Nightfall. You'll watch Nightfall through the Halo Channel. It's basically like a mini Netflix built around Halo.
That's very specific, but I have to imagine that's somebody's dream.
Chief, come to the lower level. The Marines are just inside. Careful of the guards.
Oh man, I'm running on... The carbine is one of my favorite weapons. I hate when I'm running low on ammo. I feel useless without this gun. I'll switch back to the old version real quick.
Again.
It's so dark in comparison.
Again, you would have much less troubles if they had maintained the original Halo's pistol.
People love that weapon. But I think that became the battle rifle in some ways. The battle rifle plays so similarly to the pistol. It's that really powerful precision shot thing.
Yeah, except the pistol... There's no way to describe it in the original Halo without just saying that it was really ridiculously overpowered and poorly balanced, but that's why it was so great,
no, totally.
Because it could literally replace all of the other weapons.
Carbine ammo. I think the carbine is one of the weapons that how quickly you can fire it is determined by how quickly you can pull the trigger.
Oh, is that still a thing in the new one?
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Oh good, now everyone's talking about the pistol in Halo. Excellent.
Your seed has been planted.
That sounds disgusting. Keithinator179 asks...
that was the worst subtle approach that...
Yeah.
The stealth really left something to be desired.
Didn't work out at all. Keithinator asks, have you been able to check out the Forge yet?
I have not, no.
Okay, well that answers that question.
Sorry about that.
Tiger Prawn Master asks...
There are 4 campaigns to get through.
That is a huge amount of content. Tiger Prawn Master asks, do the aesthetics of the Earth sections...
Oh, this guy's head is going crazy. He is refusing to accept the fact that he's died. He's just shaking his head. He's had it. No, 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 no.
Tiger Prawn Master asks, under the new graphics in Halo 2, do the aesthetics of the Earth sections resemble like the quality of Halo ODST?
Come to the middle level.
You know, as far as they could, because the actual layout of those levels, the Earth levels, they're very small. They're very hemmed in. They're not as expansive as ODST, but I feel like the architecture is quite similar. So I mean, I think this one is more cohesive with the rest of the franchise than Halo 1. The Halo 1 remake was. I don't think they quite got the art direction right in that one. But in this one, I think they did a much better job. And I love the new sound effects. New sound effects.
And on that note, commercial. We'll be right back. And we're in commercial. Except for those people who aren't in commercial.
Right, exactly. They get to hear the old sound effects, and they can compare them. They sound so wimpy compared to the new ones.
Lots of people are asking you to discuss stuff like customization and multiplayer. Is that the sort of thing you can talk about? Because okay, fair enough.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, people.
We get to stream this early under certain conditions, and unfortunately, that means we have to stick to campaign levels for now.
Yeah, or they kill us.
They have me assassinated, basically.
And you laugh, but Microsoft has that kind of power. They can get to you while you're sleeping. And commercial seems to be over. Yar, we're good. Okay, let's continue. Welcome back, everyone, or at least the people who were watching that commercial. The people who weren't watching the commercial, thank you for remaining.
I feel like you're getting really into commercials.
Yeah, Anthony
like
was like...
You talk about them, like you fully acknowledge them.
Anthony told me that I can just, like, you know, he actually tell me anything. And in lieu of any instructions, I just kind of make up my own rules for how these things go, and suddenly commercials are fun for me. Only one of us is getting to play this video game, okay? I have to amuse myself with the buttons somehow. No, Zarkatron, this is not a demo. This is the full... Is this
it's the real deal.
Retail version, or just the reviewer's copy?
Well, this is a downloaded full version. Basically, right now, it contains all of the campaigns. Remember that 20 gig patch that you get? So that's the multiplayer stuff, and that patch is not available yet.
Okay, so you don't have that. So you couldn't actually play multiplayer if you wanted to.
That is true.
So there you go. Sorry, everybody. We can't talk about multiplayer because he can't do that here. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, since you mentioned that 20 gigabyte patch that's upcoming, how large was this download before that patch?
Let's see, it was something like 40-something gigabytes, which is what you would get on the disc, right? Like a Blu-ray disc holds 50 gigs.
Yeah.
And including the data that they wanted to use for the multiplayer stuff, that's just not enough space. And they didn't want to do a second disc either.
Okay, so...
Which is an interesting decision.
And if you download it, if say you order it off of the Xbox Live Marketplace and download it.
Right, if you're someone who is going digital only.
Then you get that patch built in.
Yes, it should be. So it'll be like 65 or so gigs.
Wow. I feel really bad for people who have ISPs with data caps. That's huge.
Yeah, or like if you live in a third world country or something. You know, it's internet is more expensive in less developed countries.
Are people in third world countries really clamoring to use their Xbox Ones over the internet?
Everyone likes games.
I'm just saying, maybe they have bigger concerns like not being eaten by local wildlife.
Well, listen, I've been an Xbox Live subscriber since I've been an Xbox Live subscriber for about 9 years now, and I've only lived in a first world country with 2 of them. So clearly there is.
But South Africa's not third world, is it? I thought it was like second world, sort of like Mexico. Right? I mean, you've got lions, but you also have, like, sewer systems. So...
That's true. Oh, wait, why am I attacking... Wait, I'm supposed to be attacking these. I'm Master Chief. I forgot.
Yeah, that's your job, dude. Lieutenant Colonel Zhu asks, are there different aesthetics for enemies of the same species in campaign? E.g., do you see elites that look like the upgraded versions of the Halo 2 elites alongside the sleeveless elites from Halo 4? Like, did they mash up all the different enemy styles?
I don't think so. I think they've redone all the art that was there before. So each model in the original game will have a equivalent in the new game. Got these honor guards. I'm gonna switch to the old version for this. They look pretty similar, don't they?
Okay. Halo Mandem? Halo Mandem? I don't know how he wants me to pronounce that, but he's getting really, really upset in the comments because apparently I'm ignoring him. He wants to know if it's possible to sword cancel.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think if you could do that in the Halo 2 multiplayer before, if that was the state that they left the game in originally, then you will still be able to do it because it's exactly the same engine. I mean, like you'll see me when I switch back to the old version. The exact same old engine is running on top, or is running below the new graphics. So if you could do it before, you'll be able to do it now.
And Nona Lulu is asking, can you finish the fight? Is that possible in this one?
Could you ever finish the fight in any version of Halo 2?
Not as long as there's still money to be made.
You can do it in Halo 3, of course, and then you can start a new fight in Halo 4.
J Snows 007 asks, any hot guys in here? And I think we already made it clear that this game has amazing butts, so yes. Plenty of.
I thought he was referring to the chat room.
Oh, there might be hot guys in there too. I don't know.
Do we think Master Chief is hot? I don't know. I mean,
he's got kind of a...
I really need to see. He needs to send me a face pic before I do anything else.
Well, that's very shallow of you. And now they're asking questions about Star Trek. That's cool. Thanks, something Mimic. Really on.
Can you answer those? Because I mean, I can take a stab.
I know nothing about Star Trek. No, space epics do nothing for me.
Really? That's disappointing.
I don't like Star Wars. I don't like Star Trek. I'm a horrible, broken person inside. My childhood was all Thundercats, and that's the only thing I care about anymore. All Thundercats. Oh, and now we have support that people are saying Master Chief is hot.
Oh, so the hunters are pretty cool now. I think so. So the hunters are these worm-like creatures that are tied up inside of armor, essentially, and you can really see that detail now when you switch to the new version. I just did it. You'll see. And once the stream catches up, they're really gross. Oh dear.
There is so much debate over sword canceling in the comments, and people still asking how it is that we're playing this game.
We're big time pirates.
Yeah.
Let's go with. I feel like we should make our story way more interesting.
We actually shot a guy who worked for 343 Industries.
There was this crazy heist.
it was like the Italian Job. There were just minis driving all throughout the city. It was amazing.
This guy just wants to get up in my face, and I don't like it.
Oh, something Mimic actually has a useful question. Is there a 3D model viewer for the remake of Halo 2?
No.
Okay, that answers that question. That's unfortunate.
That was a pretty definitive answer, too. I like it. We don't really... Oh, dear.
You're dying an awful lot.
I've died
Are you doing this on purpose, or...
Because I want to show the new...
Right, does that how we're explaining
I think Master Chief in the remake looks really good when he's dead.
Yeah.
Like, you can really just appreciate the lighting.
That's where you get those good butt shots, too.
His sculpting, you know, his physique comes through in the new version. Oh, just try to attack me already. Damn it, I died. I deserve that. I fully deserve it.
To answer Dylan Dog 99's question, we have like 20 minutes left on the stream. Is that right, buddy?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna try to get to the end so that you can see another one of the redone cutscenes.
Ooh, Tiger Prawn Master. Speaking of cutscenes, is there an option to watch all the cutscenes back to back?
I don't know. I think they might be on the Halo channel, or there might be something like that in the game's extra menu, but I don't know.
And related, something Mimic asks, is there like an option to listen to the audio, songs, voice effects, stuff like that? Is there a sound test, is what he's asking.
No, I do not believe there is a sound
Okay,
test.
that's unfortunate. This Halo channel really needs to step up its game to match, like, Genesis games circa 1994.
I'm sure that they'll put this game's, like, the remastered soundtrack, I'm sure that'll end up on Spotify. All of the Halo soundtracks so far have. And this is basically a re-recorded version.
And it's better? Yes?
Yes, I think it's better. Halo 2 has a really good soundtrack, too. It was one of the better ones.
Yeah, it was when the series really started to become
Hooray! We killed the hunters.
epic instead of just Big
Provided
action
we
game.
killed them in a very clumsy, awkward way, but it was done.
Hey, if they're dead,
nonetheless.
they're dead. The end results are all that matter.
Man, the quality of lighting is just, it's so different when you switch back.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. Like you can tell that these are, you know, redone graphics because they keep the same kind of geometry, but but the lighting effects, like when you fire the energy weapons, so much better.
Yeah, it feels much richer.
It really does. It again, like you said, it doesn't look like, you know, a brand new Xbox One game, like Sunset Overdrive.
Right, it doesn't look like something that was built from day one.
Right.
Because obviously the environments would be much larger. I mean, even in the Xbox 360 Halo games, the environments get quite a bit bigger than they used to be. Don't throw a grenade at me. It's fine.
And how is the have they improved the draw distance in the older Halo games?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Wonderful. Is it now possible to like snipe from one side of one map to another? on those maps that
Well, if you have the necessary skills, Ernest, to snipe.
Oh, I do. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, well, in that case, yes.
Oh, and now Halo Mandem is complaining about Sunset Overdrive. I've got a button to ban people, don't I? I will not have that kind of blast.
People are allowed to complain about Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, they're absolutely out. They're wrong, but they're absolutely allowed to do that. Are we allowed to show the terminal, buddy?
I think so if it's in this level, but I'm actually not sure where the terminal is. Because there's a couple of them for each level. Oh,
right.
More Hunters, good. Because I had such a good run with them before. Oh! Oh dear. Can't we just talk about this? Negotiate. Getting him to swing at you and then sidestepping is really tricky sometimes. Oh no, my controller is dead.
How did you actually kill an Xbox One controller? They last forever. You just never plug yours in?
Well, I don't even plug it in, I use rechargeables. But don't worry, I have another pair.
Did you walk across the room into an empty swimming pool to plug your controller back in?
No, I did not. Okay. And we're
Good.
back.
Excellent.
I know I had a spare pair on hand as soon as that message came up earlier.
But still, how have you been using your Xbox One controller this long?
I've been playing lots of games with my Xbox.
Oh well. That makes one person.
But seriously, the battery life on those controllers lasts forever. It's probably I think when I did the review of the hardware back in what was it, November of last year, I probably got something like 30 or 40 hours out of one charge.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's why I use it as my main media center, because I.
All right, I'm getting tired of dancing around to this guy. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Good plan.
Maybe he'll leave me alone. Okay, he's not leaving me alone though.
Yeah, they don't like you.
So I don't really remember where I was supposed to go after that. Maybe I'm supposed to go.
Well, if there's not a hole to drop down, then yeah, probably. It's always either there's a hole to drop down or just kill the guy. And it is time for a commercial. We'll be right back.
He'll be dead by the time we come back, right? Probably.
Presumably. Let's hope so. That's kind of up to you, though.
Man, this guy's tough.
Dude, the comments are yelling for you to throw a grenade on this fucker.
He's dead now. I only have one grenade left. I have to save it. Who knows what's around the corner?
Everyone who's played Halo 2, presumably?
Recently, maybe.
It's not like the randomized enemy spawn.
You don't know.
I don't know anything about this game. This is.
I just need a carbine. That's all that matters. Here we go. Life is better.
Well done. This is completely ruining me for Halo 2. I'm completely spoiled. I have no interest in the game anymore.
But you also don't like space epics, which is
I don't.
really the problem.
I really don't. I'm sorry. I like my epics to have like ports.
I really wish I had a skateboard for this part of the level. It looks really fun. Like you could just skateboard down there.
I would so play a Master Chief skateboarding game, like
Spaceboarding.
like that Metal Gear Solid skateboarding game they released.
I think skeet shooting would be really good. What's the did you ever see Top Secret?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago actually.
Like, remember the beginning part when they have like the surfing and skeet shooting?
Yes, that sounds
skeet
so
surfing.
fun. I could see that working in any number of horrible Wii shovelware titles. And we're back from commercial. Have been back for 30 seconds.
Well, I'm sure most people notice that.
I hope so.
Excuse me. Alright. That guy's done. He's toast. Why am I walking around to the boot shot? The boot shot's not particularly good. It's kind of fun just switching back and forth, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's good entertainment. Good video.
This level is quite long.
It's much longer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I don't remember these, like... No, that's not true. Now that I think back on it, the Halo, like... All of the early Halo games had really long campaign missions. Well, that's fine. We'll just keep going for another 12 minutes.
Yeah, we have time.
Totally. Assuming you survive, we can get to the end of this. No pressure.
Just need to remember, there's like the shooting and then the jumping and the strafing in various combinations.
And it all feels as it did previously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Identical.
That's so important. Does it feel as Halo as Destiny feels?
Huh, that is an interesting question, because I think Destiny... I don't really think Destiny feels as Halo-y as it should. Because Halo still has this really fun game of like running out of ammo and changing weapons and responding to different kinds of enemies. Like, I feel like you can just use one weapon throughout the whole base of Destiny.
Yeah, I've just used a sniper rifle the whole time.
Right, see, like you couldn't... I don't think you could really do that as easily in Halo. The combat is more structured.
Yeah, that's fair. It's designed around that whole... You know, Halo gets a lot of crap for really, like, popularizing that only carrying two weapons thing. But it did that by necessity because all the gameplay situations are designed around people having two weapons. As opposed to...
Right, and I think, you know, the enemies are designed around that conceit as well.
Right, yeah.
I think, like, if you just look at the original lineup of Covenant and Halo 1, those were all really interesting enemies. They were the Grunts, which kind of, you know, pecked away at your health if you didn't manage them. The Jackals require very specific shots, so you shoot them in the hand and then the head, you know, or you use grenades. And the Elites, obviously, were quite wily, and you had to make sure that you took down their shields before you really assaulted them, which is a similar thing that you have to do online in multiplayer. Like that's basically Master Chief's weakness. Once the shield goes down, he turns into paper mache.
Right.
I do not like the flying enemies. I don't like the buggers. These guys were introduced in Halo 2. Flying Covenant.
Speaking of, what is Gravemind? Ever since that original cinematic that we watched right at the beginning of the stream, I realized I have no idea why the antagonist of the Halo universe is suddenly like a big mutant creature thing.
Gravemind is like a sentient clump of the Flood. Do you know what the Flood is?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so he's basically a brain for them.
Okay, I see.
And I'm sure there are way better explanations for people who have sort of really kept up on the lore and stuff, but for me he's basically just he's the organic outcome of this infection.
Okay.
He's like if you took... Do you remember the what was that enemy in Castlevania Symphony of the Night that was just a ball...
Legion.
Ball of human...
Yeah.
Yes, he's basically that.
Okay. That's fair.
Right? I feel like that's an explanation.
For the record, all of the people in the comments who are pitching a fit because I don't know about Halo 2, that's kind of the point. I know I never played Halo 2, played all the other ones except that one, so that's why he's explaining things to me. So calm yourself.
It's like we have it's like a good cop, bad cop.
Right, except it's like cop has done this
person who
before.
played Halo 2 and person who didn't
Right.
play Halo 2.
And for the record, we're playing Gravemind because that's what the embargo rules allow us to play. So, calm down, everybody. We will eventually be showing off more of the game. How is?
And we'll be showing off Halo 1, 3, and 4 next week.
Do we know when we're doing those? What day we're doing those?
That is a question for
Okay,
Anthony.
then we'll find out when Anthony comes back. But expect that next week. And people are still asking how we got the game so early.
What's our explanation now? So we've done
Right,
Heist.
right, that we stole it, and we did the truth, which nobody seemed to follow along with. Voodoo magic? I don't know.
This is actually a DayZ mod.
Randy Pitchford gave it to us. That's really, really nicely. He travels around the industry doing mean things. He's the anti-Santa Claus. I apologize.
This is actually a clip from the new Halo movie. This is not even a game. It's just this is the movie.
Speaking of which, have you seen bits of Nightfall?
I've seen the trailer.
Okay, but you haven't seen Nightfall itself.
No.
Okay.
Like a very bad weapon combination right now.
I also have only seen the trailer, but I really am having a hard time imagining it being better and more compelling than the cutscenes the Blur Studio put together.
Oh right, yeah, I think they should just do
Yeah,
it.
they really, really should. I'm amazed by what Blur Studio has done with those old cutscenes.
Grabbing a sniper rifle. That's not fair. He had a helmet.
Yeah, sorry.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
That happens sometimes.
I mean, I realize that I have a helmet as Master Chief, and it's actually a huge part of my identity, but still.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bob the Ostrich. You're gonna have to calm yourself. For the record, Luddy, they're asking you to look into the BXR button glitch.
The BXR button.
Right, which would I'm assuming it would at the very least work under the old engine.
Well, I mean, 343 has said that even most of the glitches and stuff will be carried over because it's a completely faithful reproduction of Halo 2. So, if they never fixed it in the final version of Halo 2, then it's probably going to be
right.
Unless it's really different.
And given that we're not going online, we can't test it anyway. So
yes, we can't tell. We just don't know
yeah,
yet.
So
we'll have to give
keep
us
your pants on,
a
Bob.
bit of time.
We'll find out soon. Hang out until then.
Let's see how the water stacks up. Oh dear. We used to be satisfied with this caliber of in-game.
We were such dumb children. all those years ago. Just the things that we thought were cool are so sad. This must be what it's like to go back to the 80s in a time machine and listen to the music that was there. No, that's not what this is like at all.
Oh, I see the elites are coming to kill me. Bring it on.
have you how long are the load times between maps? Like say, you know, you're starting a single player campaign, you choose a map. How long does it take to get into that?
It's, I don't know, maybe about 30 to 50 seconds.
I seem to want to say that's lower than the original games. Presumably.
I've noticed that it tends to take a little bit longer when there's a cutscene sort of preceding.
Yeah.
When you start the cutscene, but that's most levels too.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess they would have to load the presumably uncompressed video files or whatever it is they're using, or largely uncompressed anyway.
I feel like I've been through this area before, which I feel is a common Halo.
Yeah, they're. I wanted to say that was an old complaint, but no, that's still a thing. A lot of Halo's interiors look exactly the same.
I mean, it doesn't matter as much because the game is really it's very focused on the combat. It's not really about discovery or exploration, at least not for me. I'm in trouble.
You'll be okay. Faith in you.
Alright, got some ammo for the needler. Now I'm feeling better.
Good.
Sneak around these guys. How are we doing on time? Let's say it looks like we have 2 more minutes
We
to
do
go.
have 2 minutes. I was going to start plugging stuff. Is there anything you want to plug while we're here? In public?
No, just website things. I like the website. It's a nice
Yeah,
website.
right.
You should plug that.
We work for a website called joystiq.com. It's pretty great. You should go there. It's where we list things like what we're going to stream next. As Ludwig was recently saying, we're going to be streaming more from the Halo Anniversary Collection next week. And joystiq.com is where you'll find out when and which parts we'll be doing. And our Halo Master Chief Collection review comes out presumably around November 11th. It's still up in the air because it's, you know, like 2 weeks off, but expect it around launch.
Correct.
If not immediately at launch, because we're punctual like that. Otherwise, Luddy, do you have anything else to say? Because we got about a minute, so...
No, just follow us on Twitch and you will get a notification as soon as we start the next stream. That's a really good way to keep up, because we actually do more streams than we actually advertise. We do a lot of surprise events, so to speak, and we've been doing a lot of Halloween stuff. See, now I'm getting destroyed now because I have to talk about this.
Right.
Stuff. You're really taking.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. But yeah, like he was saying, we have Halloween stuff leading up to the big spooky holiday. Earlier today, we did Rule Rose. But yeah, come join us. We do these things often, frequently, with a variety of games.
And thank you so much for tuning in. Not that you tuned in, because that's an old, antiquated reference, but you know.
Thank you for being modern and knowing how to use the internet.